Deploying the archive is the first summer course that Yale University is doing in Madrid. So the students here have had the opportunity to be in direct contact with the archive, in this case of Norman Foster.
It's a privilege to spend a month in such a beautiful archive and special archive.
The idea was to encourage them to look at the archive as a mirror through which they could project their own ideas.
Because when you get into an archive,
you have a bunch of things in front of you, basically, and you are the one who's responsible of bringing out your own narrative out of that.
Not only the narrative objects had themselves, but when you see them together, sort of changing their own existence, by sharing space, then, there is a new narrative created.
They've been developing and investigating on topics that for them are relevant.
I did speak to the students about the work of Norman Foster, and of course my advice was to look for less well-known projects. I could mention those that have to do with sustainability.
My proposal focuses on the La Gomera Regional Planning Study conducted by Foster & Associates in 1975.
I collected 16 projects of Norman Foster focusing on the theme of materiality and light.
I was trying to trace different influences and inspiration in his work.
The foundation has been incredibly generous, putting all the staff to the service of the students.
We were able to physically interact with material that's sometimes only available online or has not been published at all.
Drawings indicate different things in person, and ideas become more prevalent with physical materials.
Sometimes the slightest things can have enormous consequences.
For me, the most important thing was to see how in the past architects who have subscribed to ideas of technology used to sketch out ideas, really basic things, and that's actually affected the way that I sketch and I draw.
Well, I was very impressed by the outcomes of the Yale students, working a month here at the archive and the foundation.
For us, what is interesting about the archive is the possibility of reinterpreting the ideas that were developed and maybe connecting with other narratives that are linked to our contemporary world.
Pick out exactly what I wanted to look at was very helpful, as I was able to take on a subject that had to do with my own personal interests.
Seeing Norman Foster collect all his work and keeping it in pristine condition is inspiring, is something I would want to incorporate in my life.
Inspiration is sometimes found in tiny projects or commissions.
Since the archive is a collection of many things, and that basically means every potential of the world exists inside there. It's just waiting there to be discovered.